In 1912, the Titanic was called unsinkable. But one of the biggest tragedies in maritime history wasn't just the iceberg. It was a decision made long before the ship even set sail, to cut down on lifeboats. Why would such a luxurious, state-of-the-art ship carry lifeboats for barely half its passengers? Today, we uncover the shocking story of cost-cutting, arrogance, and how it doomed over 1,500 souls that night. The Titanic was the pride of the White Star Line, a floating palace designed to dominate the transatlantic market. At 882 feet long, with swimming pools, opulent dining rooms, and first-class suites fit for royalty, Titanic was more than just a ship. It was a statement. But while millions were spent on luxury lifeboats, they were treated as an afterthought. The ship could carry over 2,200 passengers and crew, yet it only had 20 lifeboats, enough for about 1,178 people. So why so few lifeboats? The answer lies in outdated laws. British Board of Trade regulations in 1912 required ships over 10,000 tons to carry just 16 lifeboats, no matter how big the ship was. Titanic weighed over 46,000 tons, more than 4 times that threshold, but legally, she was compliant. White Star Line added 4 extra boats for safety, but never enough for everyone on board. It wasn't just law, it was attitude. Lifeboats were seen as a means to ferry passengers to rescue ships, not to save everyone at once. Interestingly, Titanic's chief designer, Alexander Carlisle, originally planned 64 lifeboats. That would have saved nearly everyone on board. But White Star Line management rejected the idea.
Why?
More boats would clutter the beautiful open decks. And extra lifeboats meant more cost, more maintenance, and believe it or not, they thought too many lifeboats might scare passengers, making them think the ship wasn't truly safe. This was a fatal combination of vanity and economics. At 11:40 p.m., April 14th, Titanic struck an iceberg. By 12:05 a.m., lifeboats were being prepared. But there was a new problem. Many weren't filled to capacity. Some early boats left with barely 30 people aboard, half empty, because crew were untrained and passengers didn't believe the ship was sinking. When the last boat left at 2:05 a.m., over 1,500 people remained on board with no way out. The few lifeboats that did launch weren't enough to go back and save those in the freezing Atlantic. By the time some returned, most were already gone. The world was outraged. The Titanic disaster forced a complete overhaul of maritime safety. New laws required enough lifeboats for everyone on board, mandatory lifeboat drills, and round-the-clock radio watch. But these changes came too late for those lost in 1912. The Titanic's luxury came at the cost of human lives, lives that could have been saved for a fraction of the ship's budget. The Titanic didn't just sink because of an iceberg. It sank because of human arrogance, misplaced priorities, and a refusal to prepare for the unthinkable. The next time you see those iconic images of the ship, remember this. The real tragedy wasn't that Titanic sank, it's that hundreds never had a chance to survive. If you found this story eye-opening, hit like, subscribe, and let us know what other historical secrets you'd like us to uncover.